So, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Voice of Zongo on IBG Studios with me, your favorite host, Honorable Ufailu Sani, Sheikh Warere. Today I happen to be here with Honorable, should I say Honorable? In fact, they are great men. I emphasize on the great, the G, because they are our top security men and one of our imams in the Zongo community. And in fact, they have something to share with us with regards to our Zongo. So I think they have a whole, organization, I think, Zongo Youth for Discipline. And I'm very, very excited to host them here because everything they are doing is in tandem with what our aspiration, our inspiration, everything we stand for as Voice of Zongo on IBG Studios. So I'm very, very excited, very, very happy to have a discussion with them. And in fact, I have to make them introduce themselves. They will take the conversation from there. Voice of Zongo on IBG Studio. Shesa mukoma studio mefira da mutanin da ke kan studio. Ka kuji soro saboda sun sa uniform. Ba aka bane. Mun zo ne mu yi magana game da shanin zangonnan mu da abin da ke gudana cikin lamarin zangonnan mu. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Commander.
Yes, sir.
In fact, your face, and if you tell somebody you can't speak Hausa, trust me, the person will not believe you.
It has always been the case, actually. I have the northern face.
Yes.
Actually, I'm a Dagati man.
Yes. So, yeah, that's the case. So, please, I want you to introduce yourself one after the other, and then we begin the conversation from there. Sheikh, I'll start from you. Yes.
You are calling me Sheikh.
Oh.
I'm merely a spokesperson for the organization or the group.
That's not me, you know. Yeah. That's not me.
So my name is Audu Bashiru. I speak on behalf of Zongo Youth for Discipline.
Zongo Youth for Discipline.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, so my name is ASP Ason Ayirako. I'm the Deputy Commanding Officer at the Nima District.
Oh, okay. That's well done. Okay.
And I'm Chief Inspector Agrea from Poma, also at Nima District.
Oh, welcome. Yes,
Chief Inspector Emmanuel Apia,
Chief
Nima District as well.
Nima District. That's yes, sir.
My name is Abdullah Idrisu. I'm also part of the welfare of the Zongo Youth in Discipline.
Well, since Commander, you are the commander, let me start with you. Commander, Zongo Youth for Discipline, what is it all about?
Great. Thank you so far, and I would like to throw shout outs to all our listeners,
sure,
especially the Inspector General of Police and his team, lieutenants who are managing the police service. They have trained us, and we are supposed to go out there and render service.
Sure.
That is exactly what we are doing. Mm-hmm. So let me just gist to you about how this whole organization came about. Mm-hmm. Somewhere 2 years ago, I was posted when I graduated from the police academy. And when I took position, before the election, that's somewhere last year, around July, then I threw one question to myself, like, when something happens within our community, BBC election now, when you're best friend, when I want to be commander, and I just want to also call, and he was so BB. Now we're making sure, say, and you maybe I have to do something should go on.
Sure.
I mean, orderly in the community. And until I called stakeholder meeting, and our patron was the national imam. So he gave us the platform, his office, the conference hall to host meetings. Okay. The likes of religious leaders, our traditional leaders, certain stakeholders and governmental institutions and their reps. A meeting was called, and that is how we started this whole thing. So we planned that we should do something about the menace going on in the Ayawaso constituencies. I'm talking about the Ayawaso East, Ayawaso North, that's Maamobi, and Central. You will notice that we are the same people.
Same.
So when you are working on one and you don't work on the other, it won't work.
It's true.
They all affect each other. So they decided that we should form a group called the National Zongo Peace Campaign. Mm-hmm. So it was in the plan we did before election, during election, after election plans, and everything worked perfectly. So after this, the phase 2 of the whole thing is what we are in now, to fight crime with particular focus on the youth, especially those of school-going age, from 0 to university level. So how did we kickstart? Well, then we heard that it was Accra High, Kimbu, and ATTC. They had this inter-schools program, and there was a clash. So some of the volunteers, like him, Alaji, and a few young people just came to me, my office, and they said they've heard what is going on. And oftentimes, the names that pop up who are leading this whole thing are from the Zongo.
Sure.
Why are they giving us bad names? People would think that we don't have, responsible children or youth from our place. So we planned this whole thing, and we went to our mother group, which is the National Zongo Peace Campaign Group. They gave us their blessing, and this is how we started this whole thing. The focus of this thing is to deal with students who go to school, and in the name of going to school, they go and camp themselves somewhere, they group themselves somewhere, like truancy. Yes, so we identify some hotspots where they usually group to do stuff like that. The next thing was to deal with those of them who are in the community and they are doing drugs. So my brother here is the one I am mentoring to come out with plans that will deal with drug issues. We are non-violent group. We do engagement. We go to the ghettos and we try to engage them, try to give them ideas on how they can live better lives than resorting to drugs and other things. And she is dealing with the young ladies. So we go to schools and we engage them. So the whole of last week, because we have new entrants coming to school, the new students. So we've been going out there, giving them orientations. So far, we've done about almost 10 schools. And it is going very well. So the whole focus is on the youth within the Zongo. If it works well, there's a pilot program. We have already engaged some of the governmental institutions, and we know if it works well, it will be replicated at other Zongos and eventually the whole of the country. So the feedback so far is very positive.
In fact,
here we are.
I just get to know of this group, but I'm highly optimistic about what is going on. But when you were speaking, you made mention of non-violent group. You are not non-violent group. What do you mean by that?
Good. So usually people are thinking when we go to the ghettos, it means we are going to arrest them and maybe deal with them by the law. Sometimes if they become recalcitrant, then perhaps we use certain degree of force to, So we know our approach is sometimes we go to them without, uniforms. Then we'll ask people to go and tell them we are coming. And oftentimes they don't refuse us. And when we go, they receive us beautifully. We engage with them, give them ideas, and they are full of, happiness before we leave there. Yeah, so beyond here, if we have sponsorship and other things that will help us increase the number of volunteers we have so far, that means that way forward, we'll have to tell you how we are structuring. We have engaged with MCs so far, and it is going down to the electoral areas honorables, that's assemblymen, who will give us volunteers, about 5 each. They identify a particular spot within the community. Then we will go and train them. That spot is where they are going to be meeting at least once a week, 1 hour, strictly 1 hour, so that people will not feel bored. And, we'll go and teach them basic courtesy for boys and girls. Once in a while, we'll call their parents. They should accept us, trust us that when their children come and we are giving them training or orientation, it's all about their future, discipline. If you are on vacation and we have to fix you into a particular skill training, we intend to do all these things, and it is still ongoing. We are building a good future for the community.
Mashallah. Ya sunan shi manya mata maza na cikin Zongo. In fact, da jin abin da commander ya fadi, wallahi ya bari na ji dadi sosai. Maganan shi na gwada kaman ba, yanzu da kun gansu cikin unguwa, an zo a yi magana da yara, ba an zo a kama su bane. Balle inda ya zamanto kaman maybe suna base, ana shaye-shaye ko ana wani aikin kwaya ko wani abu haka, ba an zo kamu bane. An zo a yi musu magana ne, a yi musu nasiya, sai a jawo an kullansu, a kawo kan rayuwa, domin muna da potential cikin gwaninmu amma yayi kaman ba mu da wayanda za su gwada muna anya madaidaiciya shi yasa ya bar wani bi muna kopcewa ko wani abu haka shi yasa in kuka gansu haka ku yi kokari ku rungume su so ku kama su ku bar ku ji maganan su shi ku bari yaran su fito a yi musu magana sun kira kansu wasu non-violent group which means ba sun zo da ayaniya ba sun zo da fada bane sun zo ne su karatar da yara kuma su musu nasiya yanda za a yi su bar shan kwaya da wadansu abubuwa gaskiya ina murna da fira da su kuma ina rokan Allah ya sa ku kuma ku fahimce abin da suke fadi wanga mu duka mu yaki da shi kuna nan ga kan Voice of Zongo on IBG studio so Sheikh I have to come to you because I'm very I wanted to speak and know your role. What do you do in the group as I didn't call you Sheikh.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I said earlier, I speak on behalf of the group and Commander has already elaborated about the kind of activities we are involved in. So we grew up in the community. We are inhabitants of the community. So we're pained by the widespread of violence across our senior high schools. So we went to Commander and shared with him some of the vices our students are into. And fortunately for us, he embraced the idea. So we started our activism through his endorsements, and it's been largely very successful. Like he said, we identified certain hotspot areas where students normally meet and plan on the violent clashes we've seen across our senior high schools. Maybe a classical example is the incident involving a student at Kimbu Senior High School, where the two students involved were actually from the Zongo community. One was unfortunately stabbed. He lost his life as a result. And the other one is in police grip right now as we are speaking. So we got hold of this widespread of violence and we felt like we needed to take the initiative to address these violence among students. And so far, like I said, it's been very successful. The hotspots area which we have identified where most of our volunteer, our people who are helping deal with these menace are stationed there. There is a hotspot area called mobile hotspots. So when you're coming from Kaswa, I'm sure you pass through the former president's residence at Nima. Okay. So when you go ahead, there is a bus stop, Kanda, Mobile. Mobile is the name of that bus stop. Okay. That is where the students converge and plan these violent clashes. They sit there under the guise of going to eat. Maybe I'm going to take my breakfast and then spend all their classes hours at that place without attending class. So we deal with them from there. We pursue them from there, make sure they get buses to their schools. And sometimes we've also been cooperating with school authorities as well because they are aware. And it's been a real challenge dealing with these menace as to do with indiscipline among students. So we share their pain we help facilitate their efforts in instilling discipline among the students. And they've also been very embracing of the idea. Commander has told you that we've been to, so far 10 schools to join them in the orientation sessions for the first years. The reason why we are doing these among the first years is because they are new, they are the freshest. So if we can get it right from there, they would have a new generation of students where we can inculcate discipline in them, make them aware of why they have to be disciplined. And what we have identified through our engagement with the students is that most of the people from our communities are disadvantaged when it comes to being shaped or molded into becoming responsible people for tomorrow. They don't have the benefits of having someone like Commander come to stand in front of them and share few words of advice and inspiration with them. So with what we are doing, we are hoping that in the coming years, it will shape them and mold them, to borrow the word of the Honorable Haruna Idris, who says we are in school to mold characters. So we are equally interested or committed to molding characters, and that is what we are trying to do so far. So far, it's been very progressive, and we are hoping that we can chalk more progress. So we are having a conversation. I'm sure when something comes up, I will address that.
Wow, that's very, very commendable, and I highly appreciate what you people are doing. You're also Zongo Youth. You are born and bred in
Zongo,
Zongo,
yes,
Nima,
yes.
Nima, right, to be
Nima.
precise.
That also in Hausa.
Oh, man.
Ama da yake su ma suna da ganna su mu duka na on the same page.
Shun Ausani.
Eh,
Muna, sometimes muna host even Christians. Muna English, muna Chi. It doesn't
okay.
matter. You understand me? Yes, we can mix because this is for Zongo. And if you go to Zongo, just that's how we roll. We speak English, we speak Chi, we speak Ghana, and yes, it doesn't matter. Can understand? Yes, because we are trying to get to them.
Yeah.
So if you want to speak Hausa, you can look through the camera and then say it to them so that we get it. Because if people like you, and I know there are more like you who are in the Zongo, who want better, but they can't come out because, I don't know, they don't know where to hold. But if you have identified this and you have great men like this behind you and, trying to push, then trust me, if you get about 5 of these by now, because some of us, we had this idea way back and we've been seeing it, but we don't know where to go and how to begin. That's why we channel ours into media to make it public. But you are rather on the ground, making the impact over there. So I'm thinking yours is very, very commendable. Though we are all doing the same work. You understand me? Perfect. Chief Inspector.
Yeah.
Chief Inspector, I had it right.
Yeah, you had it right.
Mami, Agrippa. Is it Agrippa?
Yeah, Agrippa.
Agrippa. But what's the meaning of Agrippa?
Actually, it's in the Bible. He was a king. King Agrippa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Please, what is your role in because I heard you talk to our Zongo ladies. What role do you play and what kind of communication do you disseminate or how do you go about dealing with them, my dear?
Okay, well, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I've been with my boss here. We go with him to the various high school, and then the message we spread across is just about their safety, their security, about discipline, and about their future. There's Zongo Youth for discipline. Their slogan is, if they say it's all about our future. It's about their future. So we give them advice on their future, things they should look out for, things that will not lead them into any, future trouble. Like, for example, they talk about drugs, we talk about their personal security. In the case of like how to keep yourself, the friends you keep, the company you keep, all those things can lead you in a good way or in a bad way. So you should be mindful of your friends. And then also for the females, I always tell them that nowadays social media has become a big platform for good, for bad, for evil, anything. So you should know how to use it.
Sure.
Mostly people post things, they feel, oh, for this time there's fun, it's this, is that, but in future can lead you somewhere. During that time you feel like, oh, now I'm done with the past, I want to move on. Somebody can bring it back.
The past will drag you back.
And then you see that all your hard work is for nothing. They just drag something you did. You were just an innocent kid, but it has consequences in future. You understand? And then also they should value themselves, know themselves. Most of our ladies, they feel unappreciated. They do not value themselves. They do not see their self-worth. But if you believe in yourself and you know your self-worth, whatever you do, you know that, you are doing it. And nobody can talk you and then make you think, no, you know what you're about and you know what you are in for. And that, I think, if they look at that prospectus, they can, actually value themselves and then see their future being great.
Wow, that's interesting. And it goes back to what Sheikh was saying earlier. Yeah, and I think you people are highly formidable in what you are dealing. And I think it's really coordinating. Sheikh, sorry for calling you Sheikh. Sheikh Inspector Agrea.
I'll give it to him, Sheikh.
Yes, sir. When it comes to drugs, and even recently, I know you are aware how the Zongo just raised or got up fighting drugs. I know you are aware how, and even the people within the Zongo, you can tell we are not happy about it. Most of us, even here, I hosted a lot of people, we spoke about it. So how do you see and how do you fight the drugs in the Zongo community with your organization? How do you do it?
Okay, I personally believe that the drug issue is having a very strong back end, which means that I normally don't blame our younger youth having it. That I believe it's one depends on how the brought up was and how the narrative is. And as my boss said, that we want to change the narrative of the Zongo community.
Sure.
Which means we can for now approach the youth and talk to them, engage them, so that we can take them from the ring. If fighting the source of the police service always fight the source, impounding cars with them and all those. But now we have to just go to the youth and talk to them or take them out through our engagement arrows. I believe, see, drug is very sensitive.
Exactly.
Even as at now, there are people who think that illegal drugs should be legalized. There are people who still believe that it should be legalized.
That's true.
But we look at the picture of having our youth, our kids, 13 years, 14 years, 15 years, throughout the SHS, DHS, and even above, being introduced to the drugs. How do they even use it? They are so novice. They have less idea, or if I should say, no idea about it. I believe everything has a good side. But for now, their future, is being destroyed. And that's when we come in. How is to go with a simple plan. Try to talk to them about the addiction. If they understand that it has an effect of addiction, if they come to understand it, then they will know how to go about it. To just leave it, not to even come around it. If they know that it has other effects that will go against their their performance in school, the way they even relate. Last time I closed from work and I decided to walk with my backpack. And surprisingly, there were some guys there smoking. And they said, Abai, trying to invite me to join them. I think it was very sarcastic look, but it's very worrisome.
Wow.
To see a policeman in uniform with my backpack. And I wasn't just, you see, I'm in uniform, I was in uniform. So their work, everything was right. They had no fear.
So I had wanted to say,
yes,
before, they would have even run away or scatter around.
It tells you why I said that there are some people who even think by now you should legalize. That is a topic for a different time. But I'm trying to say that at this time, seeing a police officer who will, in a normal sense, come for you because you're having it illegal, possession of it, and now they're inviting us, inviting me to join them, which means that they are using the thing with less knowledge about it.
It's gone far.
Yes, sir. So I believe if you are able to reach them and really tell them about how it works, the effect of it, how it works, and when they come to understand it, I believe we have a drastic fall of usage and effect. And you know, the influence of alcohol, the influence of drugs, it makes people do a whole lot of things that they are not even aware of.
Sure.
So the fights, stabbing, arguing, going over teachers and authorities, all these things will come down.
Sure.
And that's our view.
So, Commander, and I can tell you have a formidable team, and it seems like there's a network. Everything you say intertwine and it moves together.
Absolutely.
And I'm highly appreciative of your work. And so, if I may ask, though I understand the question you ask yourself, probably in your quiet space, and then you came about this. And if I may ask, how far so far?
Okay. We think we are still in class 1 because the dream is so big.
Sure.
We are dreaming so big. The vision is beyond our community. Like I said earlier on, we have had certain engagement with some authorities and some NGOs. All things being equal, the objective at the end of the day is to make sure we replicate what we are doing across country. And it's a big dream. We want to be heard. We want to be heard by communities, by government, by international communities. They should know what we are doing. It's a voluntary thing we are doing, and nobody is paying us.
Sure.
These people, they are riding their own motorbikes. Nobody's fueling it for them. But we've just chanced on some people who see what we are doing, and they would like to help you Some will just say it and they are gone because they see what we are doing and they will just inspire us by words, and that is enough for us.
Sure.
However, we cannot just achieve this objective without resources.
Sure.
We can't, it's not achievable. If we have to replicate these things, it means they have to be adopted by the government, and we travel across country to make sure that the Zongo communities will receive this. Possibly the whole of the country. Volunteers will have to come, that we give them some kind of training, and we have to supervise such people and ensure that what training we are giving them, they are actually applying them in the community. Okay?
Sure.
If eventually this thing grows and we have to even punish, because we don't want to abuse people, we have to work within the confines of the law. Then perhaps we have to have a written document. Then we send it to Parliament, and it is approved. There are people, our streets are looking very dirty. The gutters are not silted, is that not it? So if it becomes necessary for you to serve your community, the kind of punishment will be met on you if it's approved will be for you to sweep the streets the next 1 week, and somebody must supervise it. And if all the peers of the person who defaulted can see him in the glare day that he is sweeping, it will be a form of deterrent. If you pick a cane and you start whipping people, you know that the human rights activists will just come up. Currently, we are having a case in the community. So we don't want that kind of thing. It is a non-violence approach. We want to engage you, but when we have supervised and we know you know, and you still do the contrary, then the law accepts it as some form of, I'm a law enforcement officer. That is what we do. And the volunteers are also here to help us. So if it's replicated, the dream is very big. I'm sure from now to the next 5 years, at most, the youth will have no choice but to change and become responsible to themselves and the country, as well as the communities we live in.
Change to themselves. Change to themselves. You know, wani bi zai yi wanga magana ina kaga sakiya marayuwa ina da ban takaici da sometimes wani bi damuwa wani ya gan rayuwanka ka kwabce kan anya she me shi na fight ya kawo ka back shi kana ganin laifin me shi bai yi ba don me mutane da suke zaune ga manyan mutane da suke zaune ga akwai aikin da suke yi na musamman kwarai amma sun bar shi gefe suka ce no wani abu na batawa rayuwa na batawa shi yasa bari mu tashi mu sa hannu so mu gyara rayuwan yara shi ka ga wani kuma na gefe bai son wannan yana go against it, which is very very bad. Gashi cikin maganar shi wai me yaran dole ne su sake marayuwansu domin yawan suka zama manyan kwarai mu za mu ci amfani mu ne masu cin amfanin musamman shi yasa iyaye yanda suka fadi wani kuka gan sunguwa ba sun zo su pressure ko sun zo da force su dame yaran bane a'a sun zo su karatar da su ne su kawo su sakiya cikin rayuwarsu. You made mention of volunteerism, and I am interested in that, so I will go to Alaji and speak with him and then see how it goes so that I will follow up from there. Assalamu alaikum, Alaji. Alaji, so how far? You are a volunteer for Zongo Youth for Discipline, and in fact, I'm also Zongo Youth for Development. You see, we are all on the same direction. As you discipline them, we also teach them how to develop. You see, understand me? So I want to know, how did you become a volunteer to this particular group? And what is your role? What are the roles you play? Sure.
Wannan kuma da ya faɗi, Mr. Bashir ya faɗi, gaskiya muna cikin community kullum ana zagin mu, ana cewa ba mu aiki, shi dai muta mai kai lashi a zuwa rike mu a jari violence a komo.
Aikin da aka samu da shi ke.
Shi muka violence kanmu, muka zo don commander.
For sure.
Muke commander to muna son gan sakiya cikin community mu. Shi commander ce to it's a good idea, amma ya damu mobilize youth, muna da yawa. Amma saboda distance mun zo kuma mu kadan. To shi muka ce to, shi kuma ce to yanzu abin da mu start ne mun tashi community mu cikin Zongo. Muna educate ya dan wayen mu ko muna zuwa school.
Sure.
To ni kuma na lead muna zuwa schools. Muna fara tun primary because I've been starting primary. It started from the primary because some of them they are taught from primary before going to secondary.
Sure.
So we start from the primary. If you go into the primary and even educate them, it's a picture that we can show to you.
Yeah.
We go to various
And
classes.
my manager is creative. She'll do all that.
We go to classes there. We talk to them how to be disciplined.
Sure.
So that in the near future they become somebody.
Mashallah.
We want to remove that bad name that was thrown against us in Zongo community.
And you agree with me, Kanka, the bad name, it's not so bad when you are in the community, but it's just some few. Yo ni arakadanda ala yansu be da kyau shaka gan ya bare mu yan zangon duka to ka san wanga bai na hana wadansu samun aiki da samun opportunity.
Gaskiya ne. Kuma so far wallahi fantastic. The outcome in the muke samu cikin Zongo community, what we are getting from the Zongo community is very fantastic.
Mashallah.
Even the parents do call me, "Oh Alaji, you are doing fantastic work." Some of my kids now, they know how to report school punctually because we go to them early morning, we go ahead. Tashi, wake up. Go and bath.
Sure.
Report school 6 o'clock. So this our community work has changed a lot of things
For sure.
in our community.
For sure.
With the help of our commander, the colleagues of the police, everything now is very fantastic.
Mashallah.
So what we are getting in the community, I can't even tell you.
Mashallah.
So we know in the near future, the thing will be successful.
Mashallah.
And we need support. So we want to use your media to call for support.
Mashallah.
Because you can't do anything without support. So we need support.
Mashallah.
So we want you to spread our volunteer.
Mashallah. Alaji ay magana. In fact, ya bar na ji dare na dare koko na murmushi ne saboda ya tuna me. I quite remember what they are doing currently is what they used to do to us before we go to Makaranta. Yes. There are some grown-ups who comes to your house early morning, wake you up to ensure that you go to Makaranta whether you like it or not. Yes. So it gets to a time they don't have to come. By the time they are in, because of we are already dressed up. Then they will lead us. He can lead about 10 of us. He's behind us.
Yeah, you have to go.
Oh, we are going.
Yes.
And we'll be in the class. When you enter the class, then he'll leave you. Then he's going for another set.
Wow.
That's what the man will do. I can't remember Malaminu. That's what they are in the Zongo. So I am laughing because he reminds me of some days back. And it makes sense. I've been there. I keep him in check as Zongo Youth. Mutanen Zongo. Yau kuna kamar shi Alaji commander da colleagues shi suke komowa da shi don me akwai wani muhimmanci cikin yanzu ya kai kamar kowa wai I have a right, Dana is my child, is my no. We are community of one people. We weave together. So abin da zai affect danka ya affect dan wani. Shi yasa mu duka mun tashi ne mu kama. Shi a make sure kamar abin yayi don yayi maka yayi mini yayi maka. At the same time, cikin Zongo. Kuma at the same time, manya wanga dai na appeal on behalf of Zongo Youth for Discipline. Dun wani babban da ke cikin unguwan da ke son ya taimaka ma wanga aiki. Don Allah, don Annabi, ka reach out to manyan ga. Also a taimaka musu. In fact, sometimes even magana ma, sadda su ma, wallahi ma cikin taimako ne. In shanin kudi, shanin logistics in terms of kayan, maybe fueling, even ko rigunan sawa ko kayan abinci ma, don Allah a taimaka musu, yanda za a yi su kuma aikin ya yi musu sauki, domin ba ize bane. Ba ize bane a ce mutum ya doki ya dibiya kanshi. Don commander na da aikin yi, inspector na da aikin yi, officer, please your rank.
Chief Inspector.
Chief Inspector as well, ka gani, wai shi kuma yana da aikin yi, amma sun bari. Sun zo suna kula da ga Sheikh Bashir nan ga sun zo suna kula da aikin koko duban rayuwan boyansu. You understand me? Shi sa don Allah don Annabi a sa wannan cikin account. So in akwai wani taimakon da za musu in terms of kudi especially a taimake su. So su kama aikin ga don ni dai I'm very particular about it. Shi sa mu kuma mun dogi kanmu kaman as media mu kuma mun sa mu make sure kamar mun publicize abin ga mun kai shi ko ina kowa ya ji da abin da ke faduwa abin da suke cikin ga. Commander, yes, I'm back to you.
Yes, sir.
Why non-violence? Because I know when you want to, you have to change and beat people for them to change. But I don't know why you are trying to cuddle and, I don't know.
In the first place,
yes, sir.
We should know that we are grooming and shaping the children for the future.
Sure.
Per the law, that's if I have to quote, that is Act 29 of 1960. Section 30 talks about the use of force.
Sure.
If parents in Ghana here will see every child as everybody's child, the law says that when a child or somebody who is a guardian to a child or an apprentice, that's something they have to correct the person. You could use a certain degree of force, which should not be abusive, but in the name of correction. I am not, the way our country system is now, the law, if you are not a parent to a child and you met some kind of punishment to the child, it will be interpreted as abuse.
Okay.
Hence, the reason why people even attack teachers when they, in the name of correction, they whip people's children.
Sure.
These things have created some kind of perception around our communities. So these days, you can't correct somebody's child for the fear that you will be haunted. But I think this thing has to stop.
Sure.
This is the reason why we've taken the mantle to start this sort of thing. We don't beat, but we should. That's why we said some of the stakeholders, the meetings, we are going to be meeting with parents, and they should understand that it's about their children.
Yeah, I like that.
Nobody wishes them bad. We wish them good.
Sure.
That's why our slogan is, when we say Zongo Youth for Discipline, they say it's all about the future. You understand? If parents come to this understanding and they accept this sort of thing. When I was a child at Obuasi, I didn't go to school one day. I was ill. But my mother sent me after we came from the hospital. And I was caught and whipped. 3 lashes at my buttocks. When I went to tell my father said, "Don't worry, my son. It's in the name of making you a better boy or a better man in future." And I kept quiet.
And you are better.
But it has shaped me.
Sure.
Trust me. So anytime I don't go to school, I feel like I'll be checked by another person again. So when I'm even ill, I'm thinking, hey, I should go to school. It is good for people to put children in check, for them to be thinking in this sort of direction.
Sure.
That's the meaning of discipline. Are we getting it?
Sure.
So all we are trying to say is, let us all come together. When you see a child going to school, a student going to school, and he looks unkept, he has not barbed his hair, you should be able, responsibly, if you're a responsible citizen, you should be able to ask him, not in an aggressive way, "My son, come here." Because that's what we do often. When we approach them, we say, "Do you know you are my next minister of state? Would you dress like this if you're a minister of state?" You will not finish talking. Then you see them. It means that they know the right thing. Somebody ought to supervise them. Say your parents, and the encourage to good future. Obi emu akwara se wan dress here no ko school wan take in wan charity the on community. I was out to me fra akwara no odomu ne bisa ne say unim say that you no ba be CEO and I say IGP. Na IGP uko school no say na obe dress na obe IGP a dress we na obe ko. Who bisa answer question the pe. Most of no can start hwehwe. So we don't use violence at all, but we use psychological kind of restructuring. And it is working. That is why I said earlier on that unless we see that this child is just stubborn, and we notice the child is stubborn, we'll have no choice but to kind of, in the name of correction, if the community comes together and they accept that we should make some kind of punishment, then we'll think about common ones like sweep the streets, dissolve the gutter, just to be as a deterrent, a form of deterrence to the child or his peers or her peers around. And hence the reason why we are not using, we have noticed that the engagement is working very effectively.
Sure.
Yes, that is how come we are saying non-violence.
I really like that. Let me come to Bashir. Sheikh, you oh please. You see this Sheikh, pardon me, I host sheikhs, and when they come, they dress like you.
Yes,
so if I look at them, I have to address them as sheikh.
Yes.
To shehu. You say I should say shehu.
Yeah, it's fine. I want to concede.
It means you will not accept, but you just concede.
Yes.
Anyway, so Commander was saying something about volunteerism and then training. So what sort of training do you give? I should have asked Commander, but I want to ask you because I know you've also had that training. So what sort of training do you people receive? And let me ask you a double question. And also, when you enter the community, sometimes some people, they frown on the police. You understand me? Especially in our setting. So what are some of the challenges you face as well? Because definitely you'll be labeled. Oh, Gashi, yeah, come on the police. I know. So how do you manage these kind of things? First of all, what training do you receive? And also, how do you approach this situation in difficulties?
So now blend.
Yeah.
There's no commander magana.
Yeah.
But ya fi muna da wannan conscience kamar wani abu da shi wrong mu gyara. Ya faɗi wani magana haka nan. Kamar mu ma karantar da mu musulmai ne. Qur'ani na cewa wai kuntum khayra ummati. Yace ta'muruna bil ma'ruf wa tanhauna 'anil munkar. Wai musulmai sun kasance su ne fiyayye al'umma, su suka fi kowa. Me yasa suka fi kowa? Wai ta'muruna bil ma'ruf, suna encourage a yi abu mai kyau, wa tanhauna 'anil munkar, kuma suna fadi ma mutane su kiyaye abin da bai da kyau. Kaga ba Hausa correct yake ba. Ba yawa. Sannan kuma manzo Allah kuma ya karanta sallallahu alaihi wasallam ya karanta mu yace man ra'a minkum munkaran falyughayyirhu bi yadihi. Wanda ya gani wani abu da bai da kyau, yayi kokari ya sake da hannayen shi, da karfin shi, da hannayen shi ya sake shi. Fa in lam yastati fa bi lisanihi. Inde bai yayi shi by force. Kamar yana command ya fadi. Kaya ka yi shawara, kaya ka use dialogue. Yasa haka ma abin da yake faduwa ma ya dace da addinin musulunci ko da mu. Yace in baka ka sake ma kaya ka sake da fira da dialogue. Wai in baka yawa fa bi kalbi. Wai kaya ka goda kiyayen ma abin cikin zuciyanka, amma kaga na zuciya nan wai fa zalika ad'af iman, wannan mafi rauni imani ne. It is the weakest part of faith. So when you see something wrong, you have to try and change it by force or with your hand. So it says hand, but it means you should try change it by force. If you can't, you can change it through dialogue. So that is what the prophet teaches us. So talking about training, we draw most of our inspiration from that and our learned commander as well, because he's been very smart in our activities. You understand? You talked about the fact that sometimes when we go into communities, people tend to frown at us because they feel like you're working with the police. But commander is not the kind of police that you don't want to work with.
Sure.
Because in everything he does, I think he puts the people first. He tries to relate to the people very well.
Sure.
So he is not a sort of person that you see and feel threatened by his presence around. So it's much easier because I don't know for other people, but for us in our communities, I think he's quite popular among the people because he's a people person.
Yeah.
Maybe you must have chanced on a video of him engaging some ghetto boys where he was telling them that, we accept that this is what you're doing, but for now, we can't change you instantly. You understand? We have to be very strategic about how we go about engaging such people. So he tells them that, try to commercialize yourselves. Instead of sitting the whole day in the ghettos, smoking and drinking, you can try and then put money together, get an Okada bike, and try to run it in shifts. One person goes, the other person comes to sit down. Not to kind of encourage them into the habits they are in, but hoping that we can start from there. Once we can get them into a commerce,
it's all about mind shifts.
Hopefully we can get to change them in terms of how they are addicted to drugs and all of that.
Sure.
So that's the sort of person we are working with. So the training kind of comes naturally for us as Muslims, and then of course because Commander has been very smart in the way he deals with situations and everything, and it wraps off on us. Okay, like he tells us, don't go and manhandle any students, don't go and beat any students. So before you even go to the field, you have that at the back of your mind. You're not supposed to manhandle any kid and all of that. So like he's a big inspiration behind everything we're doing, and we are very grateful to him. Kamambuna muna kaunan shi sosai ya zama muna wanda kamar kaga matsayin shi na commander da in muna shawara ma wani bi yana ya dokan shawaran mu kai na shi kaga yana ya dokan shawaran shi like when we have to agree or disagree on something. There are times when we bring something on the table that he says, oh, you are right. He chooses our opinion over his. He is the commander, he's our leader, yet sometimes he will say, oh, I mean, I think in this case you are right, so let's go ahead with what you have suggested. So that's the sort of person he is, and that is why we are molded the way we are, and it's much easier working with the community people because he's a community person, he's a relatable person, he's someone, like you saw how you guys were vibing already when you entered the studio and all of that. That is how he is. You meet him for the first time, he makes you feel so at home, and he's so easy. You can tell him whatever your worry is, and that's what has wrapped up on us. And as volunteers for the group, we also try to emulate that among the students.
Sasa ndi wani yaron Zongo na son join do PF yanda kake gwada wanga na gwada kamar aiki da ku yayi dadi, aiki da komanda yayi dadi definitely. Wani yayi zo ya ce ina son zama volunteer ya son taimaka ma course.
Haka nan ne commander da kanshi ya faɗi kamar muna neman mutane amma da yake muna da limitations mu kamar yadda ya faɗi lamari
in terms of resources,
logistics da ababe ya zama muna a big challenge, and sometimes too we have to be able to screen people because there are people who think that, I mean, when we come, we are coming to make money. Okay. Like it's a voluntary thing. You don't make anything from it. You have just dedicated yourself. You have just volunteered yourself to work. So we need to screen you and understand that the idea is not to make money, but the idea is to volunteer towards a certain objective, which is to eradicate indiscipline among school-going children. So once we have been able to establish that you have that mindset of volunteering, then it becomes much easier to work with us. And like I said, logistics is a bit of challenge, so we are just taking it step by step. But if you express intention to join the group, I mean, we always bring you to commander so that he will take you through the screening and ascertain whether you have that volunteering mindset, not someone who just feels like there's an opportunity to make money, so let me join them. It doesn't work that way. So
that's very good. But Commander, I would like to invite you to Odogono. I'll speak to our assemblyman, and then we invite you there. You know, we have lot of Muslim. Not necessarily, should I say Zongo kids there. And trust me, almost every evening at 4 p.m. there is violence on the streets, sometimes on a motorbike, I don't know why they do that. And I would like you people to come and engage with them as well, because I really want that one to happen. Chief Inspector, I have to add the Chief, be careful. Chief Inspector, please, you made mention of social media.
Yeah.
And I can tell you are kind of disciplined and you understand the thing, because social media, they say internet doesn't forget.
Yeah.
You think you are enjoying today. The next future, trust me, it will remind you what you did in the past.
Big time.
So if I may ask, currently social media is the ish. Some of us, we live, drink, eat and sleep social media. How is your program educating, or how do you intend educating and conscientizing our children how to use social media responsibly, wisely, Because some of them even come there, they smoke on set.
Yeah, and then they post it.
I told one artist, he said he's an artist, and that's what he does. I said, what's that? You don't even have a manager. And you are smoking on set. What do you think? What are you trying to do to yourself? You are wasting your career for good. Trust me. So how do you guys how do you do it in your organization? How do you engage them in terms of social? Because sometimes it's even serious than the drug as well. Because it also spoils the future.
Yeah. Okay, so everything is a gradual process.
Okay.
Now social media is the new high. like you said.
Yes.
And if
New
you don't,
high.
even if you don't have it, like people are like, hey, you're not on this, you're not on that. Everybody wants to see you. But like I said, if you know what you are worth and your self-worth, and you know what's ahead of you, you wouldn't do things that are inappropriate on social media. We use social media for learning, having fun, and a whole lot. But there are some kinds of fun you should not be doing and posting them on social media. It might ruin you. So I would say that one is about the person, you knowing what you want in life. And also, some people learn from others' mistakes. There are a lot of instances where people do things and post on social media that goes viral. And later on, they are even shy to even work in their own community or even
Sure.
face their parents. So if you look at all this and you still feel like, I still want to do it, like I said earlier on, everything has its own consequences, you understand? Even though it might not affect you now, but in future it will still affect you. So what we do is just to, we cannot do much. We cannot prevent them from using social media. Because even with learning, you still have to use your
Definitely.
to do it. So it's just the advice and then the talks. We are hoping that our words of encouragement and advice will stay with them. And then at least whatever they do, they'll be like, hey, if I post this, maybe one day it might have an effect on me.
Sure.
Or it might affect, the things you post don't only affect you. It affects your parents, your siblings, others around you. You think it's just me, but no, it's not you. If the shame comes, it comes upon the family,
Sure.
the community, your society. And it's very bad. So, and I feel that their parents should also educate them more because they've all been kids before. They've grown, so they know certain things. And 1 or 2 words to their kids will not do them anything.
Sure.
And like I said, progress. So we are still making progress. And the advice, I think, is also helping a lot.
Mashallah. Chief Inspector Agrea. Still
Shaq.
on the Sheikh Agrea. Chief Inspector, I think you have insisted on the name. Please, still on the social media. Do you have any outlet or any social media handle where you educate the kids about the law and drugs? You know, kind of.
I think for now, I would rather kindly ask my commander to come in with this. But from him, what I know from him that it is something that an organization will lead up to.
Okay.
But for now, to get details of it, I believe you'll be best.
Okay. Commander, I've been thrown back to you. About social media, do you have any social media handle where you educate the youth, especially this particular organization and the cause you are championing? I know it has to have a social media where you document your activities and also educate them on the laws and the things they do whether they infringe it or what, you know.
This is an idea in the making.
Okay.
We went to one of the NGOs,
Sure.
and they brought these ideas of having this particular platform where we educate people. Currently, we are on TikTok and Facebook in particular.
Okay.
Everything we do, we document. Because we don't want people coming out to say that we are abusing people and all that. If you don't have records, what do you do reference to? So we document everything with some of our people are our media men. But we are now creating HTTP, what was the other thing?
A website.
A website. He's the one championing that.
Okay.
So when we finish with that one, she's funding.
Okay.
I understand it's something like that.
Yeah, it is.
So when we finish with that one, then we'll start the educational aspect of it. We'll have documentaries where we'll dramatize things like basic things. You know the series people watch on TV?
On TV.
We will want to create our own local one.
Okay.
Maybe a Zongo one. Where people will see the implications of actions. One of the things we tell people, especially the youth, when we go into the communities, about criminal profiling. Many people don't know that when you commit a crime, you are profiled. Then it will be in our system. So we cite examples of the recent vetting they did for the nominees, the honorable nominees.
Okay.
So we tell them, you see, you do this thing now. The time you want to become a minister or a president or something, you want to travel outside, go and work with the United Nations or something, they will ask that you should seek criminal clearance with the police. And we will just enter your details and your face will pop. So if we suppose that if you are nominated for a ministerial position, and they ask you when you were in school or you're in this community, this particular year, 25th of, let's say, November, what happened? You start sweating like Christmas goat. Yes. So we tell them the implications of said things. But currently we have not, formed our what do you call that thing? The website yet.
Okay.
And we intend that when we do that, then all the education will start on that platform. But for now, this is how far we are.
And then I think I also would like to speak with my management so that once in a while we bring you, then we educate the youth on drugs and the law and whether their activities infringe on the law and also what they do if it helps the future or not. I will speak with my management so
we'll
that
be very, very, very pleased to have
speak about that because I'm highly I'm into what you are doing. I really like it so much.
If you wish to also come and document some of our activities, feel free.
Okay.
So we are not hiding anything. We want the public to know that we have good intentions for the youth. It's all about the future.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure. Sasa Alaji, kuka je gida, kuka je kuna ce ma yaran su tashi su yi wanka su je school. Kuna samun wani challenges ana ce muku da Allah bar min yaro na ya gaji gari bai waye ba lafiya ya za ku duk kushe shi haka.
Because of the education that we spread it out.
Yeah.
So now the Zongo community they are aware.
Okay.
Oh, we are coming. It is Alaji they are coming. Oh. So the children they are all aware. So when we enter various houses there, we make sure that every child get up and dress earlier to school.
Sure.
Even at the school there, we follow up.
Okay.
And find out whether we have reported school or not. But that's the challenges. Yeah. Because when we leave him to go,
he can bypass. Yeah.
So we follow up with my group. So like everything, we see that you are in the classroom. We talk to the teachers, and we say you should be vigilant to the children. So this kind of challenge, we don't know.
So at what age? So does it start from the little ones to the JHS?
The little ones.
Oh, okay.
The little ones.
Wow.
I say from the kindergarten, it's our platform. You see them. With them, we are shouting.
That means they're happy.
They're happy.
Oh,
okay. They're happy. Because, like the commander said, we don't use force.
Okay.
We use education.
I like that aspect because then that shows that now we are getting to know that the police are our friends, not really a foe. Yeah.
Some of the bad ones we met have become our friends. They promise that when they complete school, they are coming to join us. So anytime we go to the school, they will be there. They want their friends to see that they are part of us. So they will rush quickly to us. It's working.
And that's why I told Commander during my consultation, I told him about Panama. 4 years, 3 years, they are going to beach. They call us.
To beach?
Beach, Accra Beach.
On their own?
Their own. 4 years, 3 years, 4 years. I went with my colleague.
Wow.
So we were called upon at Panama Primary School. It's a primary school, you see.
So they moved from the school to the beach?
To the beach.
The devil is a liar.
So the headmaster called us. I took my friend, we went there. We engaged the children. When they saw they were crying, I said, we'll take them to juvenile crazy. And they were all of them crying.
Wow.
So the teachers were supporting that we should take them. You know our work.
Yes.
The commander said, we say, so in our language, you people, you have a future. Don't go there. When you go there, there's a big shark that will swallow you. So all of them, they
were scared of the place.
So it was today I informed Commander that the headmaster called me and said that those children were totally changed.
Wow.
Even in their class, they reported school earlier than everybody.
Wow.
You see, our education now is spreading.
Yeah.
So we want you to highlight our resources.
Yes.
So the media, you are the one who
I realize you are particular about the resources.
Yes.
That is very important.
Very necessary.
That's very important.
We go round to the vicinity of Accra. We go to St. Aquinas, Laboni.
Wow.
Accra Guest, Kimbu,
Then it involves a lot.
Yes.
It involves a lot.
Actually,
Wow.
Wow. So it's
It
not
involves
easy.
a lot.
So we need resources.
Wow.
So spend
Alaji be funny mama.
Hey.
But who bulala na kai ne?
Hey.
She won't have
I wish you want to pull
Eh,
out.
the more character
I was once
Oh,
when I was a kid.
yeah.
Mother sent some of that to go and bring me. They chased me. I ran to workers and she threw me out. They took me in our town.
Yeah.
And because the olden days, when they say go and bring you, they will go and bring you.
They'll bring
They don't listen. They will go. But nowadays, like,
Yeah, like Commander said, it's difficult to you know, yeah,
So
to be
start
part
training
of.
us
Yeah.
impact me now.
Mm-hmm,
So we want to also spread it to our young ones too.
Mashallah.
So,
Veggie, you know, in fact, I I'm really enjoying the conversation because it looks like whatever you guys are putting in is yielding, but we still hammer on the resources. Please, Co-One Company, any organization that I know some of you are championing this same cause, but maybe in a different direction. But these people also have their direction and way of engagement. So if you wish to either partner or, you know, mostly the resources to help, you know, push this, because I'm happy. I'm really happy about what is going on and the way they are doing their things. So we still hammer on companies, institutions, or any organization, NGOs who want to help. Please contact them. I know we'll flash the contact numbers on the video so that you call, engage them, and find out what they need or what you can do to help them. Anything at all. Logistics, money can help them do and push this agenda forward. So, Commander, earlier you spoke about 5 years, and I can tell that this thing is a long-term project. It has a long-term. So how do you see this movement in 5 years? What do you expect to see in the Zongo community?
My straight words, total transformation
Mashallah.
in terms of discipline. That is exactly what our target is.
Mashallah.
So when the Zongo child who has grown to be responsible and disciplined goes to look for a job, the mere fact that they say I'm from Nima, the person shouldn't shake. He will have no choice but to say, oh, okay, Zongo, okay, good. You people have been well bred. Come. But currently, the story is different.
I'm a victim of that.
Good. So many times, but you know the Zongo is not for the Muslims now.
Yes,
now it's yes cosmopolitan. Everyone is there. Foreigners are there. Our locals. Everyone from different places from this. Yes, they are all in the Zongo. If you come to Nima, we have a lot of Evers.
Yes.
We have in fact, a lot of Ghans are there. A lot of Nigerians. Even now, I see even these foreigners, whites, Lebanese, and the Chinese. They are all there. You understand? So let's see this cause as important. It is worth it. So we can change the narrative that the Zongo child can be a responsible child. Through what we are doing, we believe that if the parents and people who are living in that community embraces it and see every child as their responsibility, that one I can tell you, if they see every child as their responsibility, in less than 6 months, there should be this change.
Total
we have also planned that, yes, we'll be doing communal labors. It's the resources again.
Yes, sure.
We will go first and we will organize communal labor and invite the electoral, assemblyman to mobilize the youth of that particular area at a point in time when we go there. And we should be cleaning the community. I grew up doing communal labor with my father and others. And if you are responsible for cleaning the place, you will not be throwing things.
Yes.
Is that not it?
Sure.
You will not wash your own bathroom and come and pour oil in your bathroom. That's a simple message. So everyone, obia akrebia ozongo museneba. Nanso no kotia akora na fa odotia no. Na fa correct no and fa aggression like and fa ahondin and asset tekashi and fanye. So or so otia na otia ni wi no asa twe na ben. No aka kire ni say meba ade krunti a metia wo no. Enu ni na otia na keke na wo se onkwa. You've done nothing. Tiano, who you are friend, bra? Me, my daughter, I beat her. She's now becoming a doctor.
Oh,
Eh?
sure.
Yes. She knows where the pain is. The day I'll equip her is the day I'll call her. I'll sit here and she's there. That day I'll push all the meat. I don't want her to feel like daddy hates me. But in the name of correction, I give her some spanking, maybe some good 6 or 3 sometimes. You understand? So she attended Infantiman Girls. And I remember one day I was going to pick her. I woke up very early. When I went, they had closed the main gate. Then, when eventually I got access to the inside, I asked, and they said, the previous day they were going to vacate and they said they should clean the compound. They wouldn't do. So they locked the gate and no parent is coming in.
Wow.
My daughter knows me. It will be hot. So I went around the whole campus. I didn't find my daughter. Eventually got into their classroom. She was the only person sweeping with the best friend.
Wow.
So I stood afar and took a video. You see, parents, kakra. I was kakra. She knows. If I had met her becoming one of those people who are doing that, it's going to be hot.
Sure.
Yes, I'll correct you first. And I took the video and I went to show it to the headmistress, the assistant headmistress who was at the gate. I was the only parent who was allowed out with my daughter.
Wow.
And I was so proud. You understand? So let us be bold. Correcting her. Yeah, was saying, do you know why I'm whipping you? No, as I was saying, no, I can't daddy because I insulted the man. I said, hey, is he an elderly man? Did I teach you to insult elderly people? Do we have degree in insult?
No.
There is no degree in insult. Do you have masters or doctorate in throwing stones? No. Then I give you again. You see, but when I finish all this, after she's finished weeping, it's normal. You spare the rod, you spoil the child. Then I draw her close again. See, daddy loves you. I want you to become a responsible girl in future. Okay, that's why I'm doing this. And that day, my wife will give me plenty meat, and she will sit there. Then I push all. I take one more, I give. Because she will not also touch the meat while I'm eating with her.
Sure.
Okay? Sure. So I will just demonstrate love. At the end of the day, I introduce what we call feedback in my house. Weekends, Friday, I call my children. And it will shock you how children will tell you what people discuss about you. Okay? So, some feedback we are. You know the sandwich bread. Your bread, no, anyway, your bread. So the approach to the sandwich feedback is this. Teach your children, say, okay, if you are wrong, anything na ema krano ye bibi a enye. Nti meet you family are most starting here fitting there. I have to say all the good things. That's the first bread. Daddy, you know, since you gave birth to me, I've loved you. You've taken care of me when I'm sick. You nurse me. In the night, I know you don't sleep. And I love you so much. I'm coming of age. Now, you see that this head become big. You know, my brother was saying those things here right now. He said, Commander, I was feeling big. My head was becoming like that. Then, the bad aspects you've seen about the child and now your father, then you now come and say, Daddy, that day in front of us, the way you were shouting at mommy, if I were you, I would plead with you next time, do it in the room. Because we've all went out feeling very bad about what happened. But you know, you are our father. No matter what, we cherish you so much. The other day when I was celebrating my birthday, you see how you made me feel so proud as your son. You see, when you talk like this, you see, I've said the good thing, then the bad. So to neutralize how the bad feeling will be, then I end up with another good. That's feedback principle. Sure. It will surprise you how our community can change in no time. Sure. So I can't go school no address here no later. Bisano. Echina obeka say, hey, any go for you. That you, but Musa Papa. Me do na say yeah, aseme ba ti echina once obe dressing them na obe sen akọ school. We yes had you we are be hu say your community no ebe sesa Nyankopon ankasa Israel meaning say obe share di na Ghana family to mapa.
Mashallah. So right now, I want to hear last words from you. Right now, we've seen where you want to go with this in the future. And I'm highly grateful. And I'm going to use the sandwich approach to, feedback. It's very, very. Oh, I can see my headmaster is also laughing. Yeah. Teachers love this kind of things. This psychological kind of things. It's very good. But kind of the but I'm going to switch light off. Or we call off and light. That's good. I like that approach. So it's Chief Inspector Entry. I won't call him Sheikh.
Yeah.
Chief Inspector Entry. I would like you to give us your last words. You look at the Zongo Youth. Give them your last words in terms of how you are going to do. And I've made them know, because that's thinking that when they see police in the community, they have guilt in the head, so the person will just run away. You are not that kind of people. You have new approach now. So please, I want you to give us your last words, how and what we should expect. And then I'll come to Chief Inspector Agrippa, and then I'll come to Shehu Bashiru. Yes, I'll give it to you. And then I'll come to Alaji. Then the last word will go to Commander. Then we'll call this conversation. Yes,
Thank you.
You're welcome,
So, I believe that the youth in Zongo, they are no different from other youth in other places of the country, right?
Sure.
But I see this as an opportunity to lift them up.
Sure.
And I'm sorry to say this word, but it might be a biased approach, but it's worth it. Why? Because early on, we've just tarnished the image of Zongo. And now this is the time for them to regain that. So, my commander said something that for them to know themselves, going back to know themselves, sure. Which means it had not been so, but change or occurrences of situations had made it this way, as we have been seeing it.
Sure.
So I believe to the Zongo youth, they just have to be who they used to be, and that's the positive side. And I'll end also by saying this, that even in our schools, we have time for assembly or parade. From that, we go to classrooms to be taught, break time, go back to the class, and maybe they close. But if the schools had given opportunities for us, like we started, and had a program being designed, and maybe every week they'll try, even teachers or the school will try to deliver a message of like 30 minutes, whether once in a month or twice in a month, it will come back to have a very good change.
Sure.
And so the Zongo Youth will have a different face.
Sure.
So as we have started, I believe same should be copied. I say same to be copied because it's a words we use at work.
Yeah.
Same to be copied,
sure.
Or same copied.
Sure.
So for them to also do the right thing.
We are having police terminologies here.
Yeah.
So Chief Inspector Agrippa.
Yeah.
Please, your last words.
Okay. So I would also say that this thing is something, like my boss said, that will transform into a very huge thing.
Sure.
And then we can begin to see the progress and impact in the youth of Zongo. And as you can look around, our ministers, the people in high places, I mean, if you look at them, they are like the kids from the Zongo. They have so much potential. So we should not be wasted on things like drugs and that kind of bad name given to them. They can turn their story around,
sure.
And then become great people. And then I think they should also stick to that and then look up to the people who are ahead of them in great places and learn from them.
Sure.
Thank you.
Shehu Bashiru. Your last words, Sheikh.
Alaji, share with Lamari resources. We have the last words on resources.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, very important. Ama, mu abina na musu the Zongo name shini.
Sugar Kamaranka.
Mu kokari mu neme ilimi.
Masha.
Kamar yana aka ce in mutu ya mutu ayyukan shi duka ya yanke. Amma ababe uku ne da kai ko da ka mutu ma kai ta samu lada kai.
For sure.
Na farko wai sadakatu jariya. I mean kai wani abu ne ke da sustainable na ko da ka mutu ma wayan suna ci amfani shi. Isa ko da ka mutu ma kai ma ka samu amfani wannan abu. Shine maybe ka gina school ne ko ka gina makaranta ne ko ka taimaka gina masallaci ko wani abu. Wannan duka ana kiran shi sadakatu jariya, ka yi ka bari. Yasa in baka da samu kudi kai wannan ma ba. Manzo Allah wai kai ilimi al-ilmu yanfa'u bi ilimin da ake ci amfani shi. Ka koyi abu ka zo kana karantar da mutane da ababe ko da ka mutu ma ka samu ladan kai wannan ake sana da emphasize kai amfani neman ilimi. Yasa yawanci yaran mu don muna sauri samun kudi muna da sauri muna kaunan samun kudi ya bar ba mu daraja ilimi. Ya bar ba mu gan amfani ilimi. Yasa wagan na kiran su wayanda ke zuwa school don yawancin su yau don ababe da ke faruwa akwai apps na buga bet da yawa kan phone su. Yasa unlike mu da muke girma yanzu ya evolve. Yanzu ka samu yaro 12 years ya san yadda ake neman kudi. Me yasa ya san yadda ake neman kudi? Don watakila yana da phone yana da bet na kan phone shi. Ya je ya roki 1 CD ya samu 400 CDs 500 CDs sai ya sai makan shi phone yana use. Ni da na ka rike SS ban use phone. Don iyaye na basu da kudi taimaka mini sai phone. Kuma karamci mutane ke use phone cikin school wannan time da muke SS. Amma yau ka je school yaran duka na use phone. Kaga waransu kuma ka samu yawancin su kuma su da kansu suka sai makan su phone. Kan yi waranga ba bai yi wanga fitinan da ke kan mu. Dan ke magana shi yasa mu daraja neman ilimi mu san amfani zuwa school. Maybe ka je school aiki yayi ma karfi amma ilimi da zaka samu ya kai ka wurare da baka taba tunani ka tai ba. Yasa mu yi hankuri muna ja hankulan junan muna ja hankulan yan waye mu yaran da ke zuwa school don abin da mu ya dame mu kenan. Batun lamarin school don mu believe kamar an ce education is the key to success. Gaskiya ne kamar ilimi shi ke kawo shi ne mabudi dukan alheri. Ka gane yasa in dai ka sa ido ka koyi abu ka samu amfanin koyi abu ka yafi ma alkhairi da wayannan ababe da muke ga yana ba mu short term pleasures. Kana samu kudi kai ka sai phone kai ka sai amma baka yi tunane in yau ka je family baka da aiki da kike yi da yake baka kudi sustainable kamar yana command yana aiki police suna aiki kowane wata sun san kamar dai sun samu maybe pay su. Su ya su plan life su wanga na ci da kudi ga biya school fees yaro na ci da kudi ga yi kaza. Amma yawanci yaran mu da suka fito zongo ana buga bet ana survive kan bet. Yasa yau mutum ya buga bet kuma gamble ne luck ne in yau ka ci ka samu kai kamar 5 months 6 months baka samu kudi ba kuma ka je family ya ka ciyar da family ka ya ka duba family ka amma kai ilimi ka samu aiki kana aiki kowane wata ka saka ko da 1000 cedis ake baka ko 8 at least ka saka kana samu wani kudi ka doki wani kudi ka plan life ka yasa mu yi hankuri mu yi kokari mu neme mu bar waina ba mu bar sauri neman kudi Allah wai shi yake azurtar da mutum ka ga wani ya buga bet bai samu kudi ba wani ya buga no ya samu kudi yasa arziki da wuji Allah yake ke ne yasa mu yi hankuri mu neme arziki ta hanyar halali yaso mu samu amfani shi mu samu albarkan shi yasa ni abin da nan fadi ba matasan da ke zuwa school kenan su yi hankuri suka je school su bar fitine teachers su bar damu teachers su yawanci lamarin discipline da muke ji cikin zongo ne mu wai yaran cikin schools mu wai yaran zongo ke kawo wannan fitina ba bias bane kare yin kamar don me shi ya zama Christian ne sai ke wannan magana ba haka nan bane muna zuwa school mu line up yara kamar 5 she commander ya ce ya sunanka don bai so yi bias bai so ya tashi kawai ya ce yaran pepe ke wannan ba wanda yake so ba she tambaya kai ya sunanka kai ya sunanka kai ya sunanka sunan ki da kake ji duka sunan ki yaran pepe ne yasa ba wai an tashi aka kirkiro magana ke fadiwa bane abin da muke yi cikin school su muke da yasa mu yi hankuri muka je school mu kiyaye kanmu mu zama yaran nan yana batu wanda ke kokari cikin school a kira mu yana batu wanda ba su fitine teachers su a kira mu yasa mu yi kokari mu fadi ma yaran ya zuwa school su kiyaye fitine teachers su je school su je su neme ilimi suka tashi su zo gida wujin iyaye su taimaka ma iyaye su yasa karamci magana da ni da yake
masha Allah mun gode sosai Alaji last words in ka
my last word is that parents I want you to thank Commander for this wonderful idea.
Mashallah.
Because it has transformed the society. And again, parents, you are in the house, your child went and bought iPhone 14. Maybe you don't have iPhone 14. You have to question your son or your child. And you are in home to let your child be your partner. So some of the parents, when they see their children, they see them like enemies. They don't interact with them. So we are appealing to the parents. Discuss issue of your child so that you know the direction that your child is heading to.
Sure.
So that you can correct him in the near future.
Sure.
So naba konkuri manimu yaran mu property Allah ya bamu. Wani ya faɗi. In ka duba shi zama wani abu gobe ko ka mutu ya zama ma amfani cikin kabarinka. Don ma ka duba yaron kirki ba in ka mutu ya dai ma addu'a. So mani ya hakuri domin Allah. Kuma rabo komanda da ke na ganga mun koyi sallah kuma ya addu'a. But I'm saying again, if we go to church, pray for him to have a everlasting life so that our mission will continue ahead.
Kindly speak about the resources and sponsorship from people. Yeah, maybe when they hear it from you, they will, you know.
And again, parents,
yes.
We are calling you institution. We have a lot of institutions in the Zongo community.
Sure.
And there's a lot of Agrea, they have money, they have jobs. And you can sponsor us for our mission. Because this mission is good for all of us.
For sure.
When Zongo community change, I also change. You also change. So, you know, in terms of employment, all of you have said there's a discrimination against you.
Yeah.
Because you're from Zongo, you went there, they say, oh, you're from Nima, oh, we don't take you because one day you slap manager. Yeah. So, all these together, we are calling you to support us so that our youth over there to change. So, we are begging you, Agrea, most of Agrea, you have money, support our
mission.
Work.
Mashallah. Commander,
Yes, sir.
Your last words.
So in the first place, I want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to do this sort of session.
You're welcome.
We believe that we are contributing our quota to serving our country. My words are going to be very simple. Everybody will be a infantuna muse. Obema Ghana beg ni biaba esi we obedie ya. Woso die tie nyina yemfa ye boso emmo ye ho edwuma ne ye na eden ye penkofo kofo ne ye penipa ye nyom be edwuma volunteers mo ma no mo mmra omo ba ye tete wo mo me nuanu ma wo hu omo do so mo field mo ma no mo ko school no omo ko hwe omo pon omo ba ko hwe omo ye pe bi te say motorbikes anajo ye ko patrols ye reflectors ye ko patrols mo ma no mo nda no 13 years wada no 13 years 15 years no mo na street so no mo ye lovey mo ma mo ni nko nkora no o da na do asore na hwe so ma no wo mo de yi ana number 2 and say me pese me de sa asem we atudwa say wo bi o pese o form a group we bia it's about Ghana, it's about the future of our children. Wo pese mo form a group we bia o be bia mo no say ye chance ye no say mo frɛ a ye be ba he no be din kita ho na mo so mo pick it up sa initiative we a ye we are sure send for the number ebe tudwa na mo pese mo contact ye no mo contact ye. So far so good. Zongo Youth for Discipline. It's all about the future. Thank you.
Mashallah. Now, go this to say, this has been Voice of Zongo on IBG Studio. In fact, I don't have much to say, so I'm going to wrap up this session by saying that please, institutions, Alajis, Hajias, as my brother said, kindly throw your support behind these gentlemen, because the work they do is not easy. Whilst you are asleep, they guide you, they protect you, and also protect your word. So you see, they have taken double job for themselves. Just Allah do annabi. In terms of kudi, kuwani kaya ayuka, commander kuma fadu kuda motorbike ma. Atemeke su da shi sa ku yi hakuri ku sa musu hannu ku mara musu baya su ci gaba da wanga aikin da suke yi domin aikin nan dai zo ne at the end ya fabi mu da kanmu da muke cikin zangonnan mu. This has been Voice of Zongo on IBG Studio with me, your favorite host, Honorable Ufailu Sani Shekorere. To na muku godiya. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.